would somebody their own size, and that's basically by going from there and hopping straight up and on. You're doing a pivot around. When you're playing, somebody with one of these, okay? It's really hard to take your back that way because when you have a big center section, your booty's naturally high in the air anyway, so whenever you spin to take their back, your booty's really high in the air, which is committing your weight forward, and they can oftentimes just shrug you off. So if you're playing against somebody a lot bigger than you, what's one of the best ways to take their back? You get on the balls of your feet and you run in a circle just as fast as you possibly can around them. Try to get them flattened out a little bit before you take their back. Before you commit yourself to it. Run around, get on their back, put your feet into their knees, push out, splay them, take it from there. However, if you're the guy on the ground and you're playing somebody, and pop up on this leg over here like we did before. She comes up like this. Get her back out for a moment. I'm going to take hold of her arm like this, okay? She's going to pop up and spin just a little. She's going for like the normal kind of positioning. What I'm going to do is grab hold of here with both arms, grab the leg, bring in. Grab into the arms. Got them both. Come on in. I'm taking a hold of it. As I'm taking a hold of it, chances are they think I'm going to go for this leg. So they pop up on it and they spin out a little bit. Now from here, what I'm going to do is grab hold with this one to the knee, buckle it in. Now as I've got a hold of both, that's where like a rope, I start climbing up the body and take hold. Keep the arm trapped in between, secure hard. One more time. So she comes in, I grab. So now she throws that leg over here and pops up. Boom. Switch my grip, in, grab the arm, push in. Keep that arm, shoulder, locked in. As Miss Jen gets ready to do a barrel roll, she's going to take her right arm and reach underneath Amy and grab the far lapel. Now to prepare for the escape, what Amy normally does is she will take her left arm and clamp down on Jen's right arm. Amy will then look out underneath Jen's armpit and step through with her right leg. And you see how she's now suddenly off balance, Jen, and she's got herself in a position to move forward, rolling into the hold. You guys aren't going to do the roll into the hold, but what you're going to do is this. Grab hold. Amy right, or excuse me, go to your left, and go, and then back through, grab hold, and then the other way. Then back. And the other way. So every time Amy, when she goes to the left, clamps with her left arm. When she goes to the right, she clamps with her right arm. A lot of people think that feel like it should be different. They think you should grab the one that's across from you, so you drag them with you. No, this one actually brings her up. And now when the advanced time comes into play, what she will now do is turn into Jen from here, putting that wrist down in between her legs and scooting on up. She's going to end up with herself in an arm bar. Okay? So there we go. Now, Miss Amy, please grab Miss Jen. Jen. Yep, Jen, turtle up. Both over. So Jen, climb down with the left. Look to the same side. Step through. Beautiful. Other direction. Clamp. Step through. Slide. And go. And go. Nicely done. And now grab Amy on top. And this is how you switch. Amy down, Jen on. Clamp and go. There we go. And go. There we go. This is what I want you guys to do. You got to get used to understanding that somebody else's weight's going to be on top of you. You got to learn how to pivot out from underneath. And there we go. Here. Yep. She's wrapping my leg. Okay? And I'm trying to put her in a hold, but she's got me. Now, people are always trying to do everything they can to try to free that leg. One of the best escapes you have, though, is that from whatever leg they're holding, you turn on to that side of your body. Okay? Don't commit this way, or else they're gonna roll you. But if you commit your weight up and it gets on their hip, that can be very uncomfortable. And if they're not that limber, they're gonna start loosening up already. But then my idea is that I just want to walk. You ever guys ever seen the Three Stooges walk? Woo, 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 woo. You know, they get them in a hole and they start spinning around a circle. Kind of the same thing. As I go from here, I want to pop up, keep my weight on so that I can't be pivoted, and then just start walking into the hole. everybody, generally speaking, knows how to make themselves light. And light in grappling is oftentimes a reflection of your fear of losing the match, okay? Now in boxing, kickboxing, and even in a stand-up technique, being light on your feet, pretty important, okay? But this isn't that kind of a context. When you're light on the mat, generally people are staying at arm's length and they're skipping back and forth on their feet, trying to go for the back and such like that. And in that context, it is important. And you want to put them on their back, or if they're on their back and you want to keep them there, you have to learn to be heavy, okay? Otherwise, what's the opposite of that is gap, okay? And whenever you have gap in grappling, you've given the other guy an opportunity to make an escape or to make a play of his own. This gentleman here, one step away from brown belt, so let's see if this works at all, okay? I'm gonna put him in Kesogatame. And he's fighting me already. Okay, you ready, buddy? Go. Oh, good job, good job. Nicely done. Nicely done. Now, what the camera will show is that I was trying to play with no hands. Come on back up. And trying to maintain my breathing. Woohoo, 10,000 steps. Okay, now, when I say that, is that I'm an asthmatic, I'm overweight, and I'm old and cranky. All that equals up to not having much breath. I have to play with what I got. I'm not a marathon runner, okay? So, one of my goals is that no matter what happens, when the exchange is over, I want him more gas than me. I can use this to help achieve that. So as I'm playing, a lot of people think this is the technique. Well, that's not making yourself heavy, that's using your muscle, okay? Your muscle is gonna burn up your oxygen like that. All you guys that have gone through school and stuff, ATP and ADP, okay? Adenosine triphosphate, hopefully I don't have this wrong, got a couple of nurses here to test me. Adenosine triphosphate is that, you've got it, there it is, but you only got it for like 30 seconds, okay? And then ADP gets to kick in, not as intense, but it's there for the long haul. I want to save all that ATP that I have, all of that kind of energy. I don't want to use that. But when I've got him here, and I'm trying to maintain a grip on him, go, okay? I want him to thoroughly use up all that ATP, and all the while, me cruising, okay? Because as long as I can cruise, I'm in this fight. Keep going. That's up to prove a point. So, I can't do this by using muscle. I can only do this by being heavy. How do I be heavy? Do I just put my belly on him and say, ha, I'm heavy, it works? No. Come on out, bud. One more time. Okay. Breathing a little harder than me. He's not in horrible shape, but he's breathing a little harder than me. Now, so what is being heavy? Being heavy is the concept of when I am grappling with this guy, whatever his position is, I don't want to approach it like a weightlifter. In fact, quite the contrary. I want to think of it about being like a bag of potatoes or a bag of sand. I want my body to fill in around him, okay? So that instead of just me securing, locking down, that's a tug of war, okay? There might not be a rope involved, but when he and I take hold of each other, there might as well be. The rope is our sinews, it's our muscles. And then we're in a contest of strength. When I become potatoes, go. Potatoes are hard to move. No, that was a good one. Good job, buddy. Now you see, that's what you do. When they finally go, okay, there's my shot. Yeah. I'm gonna mash me some potatoes. When that moment comes though, where he says, I got my shot, that's when you can go, oh, wrote it out, okay? But I want you to think about that. Two strong ways of viewing grappling and restraining your opponent. One is like being a cowboy on a bucking bronco. When they kick up, you counter it by kicking back. When they go down, you go down. You guys have all seen, cowboys riding. You're along for the ride, but you always got to equalize yourself with where their pressure is. When you become that sack of potatoes or that sack of sand on top of somebody, and you're just filling in the holes with your body, that's when they've got to become the bronco themselves. They've got to start going, I got to do something. And you find out that moving dead weight, just lifting dead weight straight off of you, is actually far more difficult than lifting somebody that's tense. Because when somebody's tensed up, like for instance in case I got to make, could you please lay down again one more time, sir? When he's laying down, and I put him in case I got to me, and I get tense and I strangle in, okay, all of my strength is now applied right in here, and he knows that. And if he just, and I'm gonna hold hard, okay? When I say go, I want you to pop towards me. Okay. Turn in, stick your booty out towards Mr. Singh up there. You ready? Go. See? And I'm not faking. When you go for strength, that allows that other person to say, I know where he is, and I know what to do. He's got me here, that means all this over here is free. I'm gonna swing my leg around, I'm gonna grab, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. But what you guys might want to try now, just for fun, get together with each other. Can you lay down with your head this way for a moment? Everybody's favorite to have a chubby guy do this to you. Kamisho gatame. I'm not going to even do a kamisho. I'm just going to go like this. Ready, sir? Yeah. And go. I love that sound. Well, he got me out of kamisho. There you go. Nicely done. But I'd like everybody to try that. Get with your partners. One of you lay down, the other one be